Hello, everyone. It's a such pleasure to be with the Global Campaign for Education today. And thank you very much for inviting me to speak and for choosing education in emergencies as the focus for your campaign this year. After COVID-19, we are now hitting 128 million children who are caught in armed conflict, in climate-induced disasters, or as forced displaced, internally displaced, or refugees. And this is a number that far exceeds the original estimate when Education Cannot Wait was created, which stood at 75 million. So we are not going towards a more reduction of these children. It's actually getting worse as a result of COVID-19. And that's why your campaign, Protect Education in Emergencies Now, is so critical. Education cannot wait. It's about the now. And I want to focus on two main issues today. The first one is that reaching those left furthest behind must be a priority. They are the ones that are in crisis and emergencies. And secondly is, what is our top priority for them? And that is to have the funding to pay for an holistic child-centered education that is continuous, offers quality, and that leads to real learning outcomes and a pathway for them to actually graduate and continue on to higher studies or to livelihoods. We need to focus on those left furthest behind, and amongst them, those who are left furthest behind. Now, there are 69 million girls who are out of school in crisis-affected countries. 69 million. Think about the sheer number of that and what the consequences will be if we don't get them back into a continuous quality learning. And only 34% of refugees are enrolled in secondary education. How far can you go without a secondary education? So these are just a few figures to illustrate the challenges ahead. So we need financing, and a financing that makes everyone work together through pooled funding. Now, Germany has really taken Education Cannot Wait to a whole new league as a pooled funding. With their recent 200 million euros announcement, in addition to previous funding, placing Germany as a #1 strategic donor partner for Education Cannot Wait. That's a huge step forward. And they are, of course, followed by the UK and Denmark, who have also done heavy investments that matches the realities on the ground. We have been able in record time to mobilize $1.1 billion for the Education Cannot Wait Trust Fund, and an additional $1.1 billion in country that have been leveraged or aligned with our multi-year programs and first emergency responses. And again, I cannot stop thanking GCE, because you are enormously supportive. You see the need for collective action, and you are fantastic advocates, inspiring and tireless efforts. So much of this would not have happened without your great advocacy and your relentless efforts to mobilize resources for a pooled fund like Education Cannot Wait. Now we have a chance to bring it up to a new level and with new asks, and we will be asking for $1 billion for the next strategic plan as at the minimum for our trust fund, and for an additional 1 billion, 1.5 billion in in-country resources. So let me once more, JC, the Global Coalition for Education, our really dear close partner in Education Cannot Wait, to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support that you have given us so far, for making ECW a huge success story, and also for never giving up on the fact that we need more financing to reach every single child that is living in the darkest corner of the world right now, today, and most of all, for always putting the children and youth at the front of your vision, and knowing that you are there fighting for them and their right, and we are all behind you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so very much.